Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't got a video up in like a few weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. I was going to get one up before Christmas, but then, you know, I'm just so busy, I just don't have time. Hang on, my eyelashes sticking me in the eye. But yeah, I had some makeups to do, like client makeup, and then, you know, rushing about for Christmas. I had some bits to get, so I didn't have time to like sit down and film and edit and upload. So I'm doing it now. But today I just wanted to do an all affordable makeup tutorial because I realise in most of my tutorials I always use like higher end products, but I wanted to show you you can get nice makeup with affordable products. And I say affordable because you can't get everything like in the shop, like Boots or Superdrug, because I use like Morphe eyeshadow palettes. Also, I done like a wing effect, but I'm not actually wearing any eyeliner, so if you were bad at eyeliner, this one's for you because there's no eyeliner, you know. Maybe a voiceover because I didn't know what I was gonna do. So when I don't know what I'm gonna do, I just like to do my makeup and do a voiceover over the top. This bit of baby hair, like, what are you? What is my life? I am so gross. Oh, why are you there? I hate you so much. So yeah, if you like the look of this makeup look, please keep watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to this channel if you want to. If you don't, whatever, you know, it's just a bit of fun. So yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be using my Collection Perfection Lasting, whatever it's called, concealer in Fave, and I'm just applying this all over my eyelids with the wand. And sorry guys, I am literally like dying, my voice is going, so I really do apologise. But yeah, I like this as a base because it reminds me a lot of the MAC Pro Longwear concealer, where it dries down quite matte. So I'm just patting that in with my MAC 252 brush, and then I'm going to start with my brows, Maybelline Brow Satin. And this is a little bit of a thicker pencil, but I do like it. I feel like I have a lot of control over it. But for a bit beer, it looks like I'm doing them really, really big, and they look so crazy. But I go in a minute with concealer and just clean it and tidy it up. But I just like to brush in upward strokes at the front just to create like the sort of natural hair strokes that I already have. They look so crazy with it, don't they? Oh my god, they look like they're gonna take off. Oh god. Oh my god, my voice. It is disgusting. I'm so sorry. Just to brush through the brows, I'm using like my little spoolie. Just to brush the product through, and then I'm using the same concealer just to clean up the brows, like top and bottom, because they just looked absolutely mental. Okay, so here I'm just going to go in with my Pay's soap. So this is a transparent soap, I think. Yeah. Just spritzing some Fix Plus in it. You can use water, but I was just being lazy. And then I'm grabbing a spoolie and making a little paste and just putting this through my brows. And this is the soap brow technique that a lot of people do now. This just like gives my eyebrows that fluffy appearance and sets them in place all day long. Excuse me. Next is the 35F palette from Morphe. So I'm just using some of the neutral matte crease shades at the bottom. All the matte colours are on the bottom row. And I'm just using my MAC 224 brush, putting that through my crease and then buffing upwards as there's less product on the brush, and then grabbing the deepest brown on a Morphe S27, I think it is. Just focusing that right in the socket, so it's just defining it a bit more. And then I'm grabbing the Morphe 35O palette and using the same brush, going in with those oranges just to make it a lot more intense and orange. Just going back and forth, and then little circular motions for that bit, and then you always want to go back with your fluffy brush just to blend out the edges so there's no harsh lines. Then going in with that deeper orange, and I'm using a smaller fluffy brush. This is I think this is a Zoeva 224. Yeah, I've just got this from Christmas, so I think that's it. And then I'm using a flat brush. This one's from Sigma, I think. And then picking up the cranberry shade and just packing that all over my lid. And these eyeshadows in this palette are all pigmented. Like, I've swatched every single colour and they are just amazing. So if you're going to get any Morphe palette, I would suggest this one. It's really good. And then I wanted to incorporate a bit of purple, so I'm using the 35D palette from Morphe. This is my least favourite palette. There's not enough matte neutral shades like to make a whole look. It's just mostly shimmers and just very dark, so I find it quite hard to use just on its own. But I do like the purple shades in there and some of the blues. So I'm just using a small Morphe M507 and just creating like a little V shape on the outer edge and going slightly into my crease as well to blend the cranberry shade into the orange shade as well. Because these are like complementary colours, they do like mesh well together, if you get me. And then I just go back in with my fluffy Zoeva 224 brush just on the edge, because when you're going back and forth blending, you do like lose the colour in between blending, so you just want to go back and forth in between with each colour again. And then I'm picking up the yellow gold and just putting that on my inner corner. As you can see, I'm like putting it quite far on the inner corner, but I fix that in a minute, so just ignore that. I'm just cleaning it all up with a wet wipe, and then I just go not right against the corner of my eye, but just leaving a gap, so when I do my lower lash line, it kind of blends and flows a little bit better. I'm using these two highlight shades to highlight my brow bone. These are like they just look like MAC nylon. They are so nice. And then just to blend the highlight together with the transition, I'm just going back in with that fluffy brush. And then here I'm just going back in just to intensify the cranberry shade. For priming, I'm going to be using NYX Born to Glow and NYX Angel Veil. The Born to Glow is just for the dewiness, and then the Angel Veil is like really smoothing. And it does like make my makeup last a lot longer, I find. I like the way that it smooths over my pores as well. I'm using a little bit of a more tan shade, so if you think it doesn't match, it matches my neck a lot better. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I prefer this one over the Lumi. It has like more coverage, and I'm using a Sigma F80 brush, I think. I'm so sorry, my voice is like going and going. Just blending it down my neck, because I would have that demarcation line if I didn't. And then I'm going in with my favourite concealer. This is my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 15. This is the best concealer ever. I just feel like if you're going to get one thing from this, please get this concealer because it's so good. Going right underneath my eyes in a triangle shape, being careful around my eyes because I don't want to mess up the edge of the wing. And then I'm going down the bridge of the nose, in between my eyebrows, Cupid's bow, chin, you know. And then you can do it underneath the contour area as well, just to brighten that up. And then I go in with my damp beauty blender just to blend all that in. And then for powder, I'm going to be using the RCMA No Colour Powder. I've got 3 of these in stock now because I literally can't go without this. I've stopped buying my Laura Mercier translucent powder just because, well, this is just as good and it's a lot cheaper. You get 3 ounces for like a tenner, whereas Laura Mercier is £30 for 1 ounce. So you can see the difference. So yeah, I just set my whole entire face with the beauty blender and that powder. And then I'm going in with the NYC Sunny Bronzer. This is such a good bronzer. It was like £2.50 and I got it off Amazon. So it is so good. and it's called the Smooth Skin, and it definitely does like make your skin look smooth. I don't know what it is, I don't know what's in it, but it looks really like airbrushed when you're doing it. I'm using like a big fluffy brush for this. I think this is a Wave, like, I don't know what it's called, powder brush. I think it's just the powder brush, yeah. Then I'm just going on the hairline. So you don't just want to do your cheekbones, you want to do like other places like your hairline and your jawline as well, just to make it all look cohesive. And then I take some of that powder on the beauty blender and just clean up underneath my contour, because it can get a little bit messy when you're using a fluffy brush. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the Sleek Coral blush. That was a mouthful. Just because it complements like the warm orangey tones in the eyes. And then for highlight, I'm actually going to like multi-use this palette, and I'm going to use the two lightest shades. So yeah, if you get like a champagne-y eyeshadow or whatever in a palette, try it on your face, because it does work. And I just highlight my tops of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and then when that powder is done setting, I let it sit there for about 5 minutes, and then I've just dusted it all away, and it just leaves like a nice sort of airbrushed looking jawline. And then I'm just dusting away all of the other powder from underneath my eye, and then I'm going back in with that yellowy shade, and I'm just taking a small detailer brush. This is Real Techniques accent brush, I think, and then I'm just going underneath the lower lash line with that as well. And then I'm using this NYX golden eyeliner, I think it's called, I can't remember now, and then I just put that on my waterline. I'm using the Bahama bronzer just to contour my nose. This is a bit of a pricier bronzer, but it's sold in like Superdrug and stuff. But if you have anything that's a little bit more cool tone, that's on the cheaper side, use that. And then going with my Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, my favourite mascara, the Primalash lashes. I will link down below what ones they are. And then for lips, I'm going to be using Colourpop's Beeper. And I also use the NYX lingerie in satin ribbon, I think, just to make it a little bit more peachy. And yeah, that is the end of the look. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, no, it's not the end of the look. What am I on about? I'm just using the Bahama bronzer just to further contour, because it is a cooler shade, so it will resemble more of a shadow. And I think that is the end of the look. I hope. Yeah, that is it. So yeah, guys, that is it. This is my last video of 2016. I'm really sorry I couldn't get up another video, but I will see you in like a week's time. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing New Year's. Whatever you're doing, stay safe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.